Welcome to another video. I bought myself a ring light at the Chinese shop so that I do not have to position myself in front of a window every time that I make a video, and I will set this up and see how that works. Okay, I bought this ring light and it's hard to be old, people. It's hard to be old. I'm not really sure how it should be used. I'm not going to be able to sit hunched forward like this for all the time. Let me just maybe move a little bit closer. No idea how this is supposed to work. Oh, gee, it is hard to be old. The advice was that if you do not have a ring light, that you should place yourself in front of a window. I got a little bit tired of placing myself in front of a window, so I thought I will go and buy a ring light. But they are expensive, and I had the opportunity to buy one at a Cash Crusaders store here around the corner from me for 200 Rand. This little one was 500 Rand. And I so regret that I didn't buy it because I didn't know what these ring lights go for. It was a bargain. And yes, I don't know if this was the correct one to buy either, because you are supposed to video in landscape. And somebody said on one of the channels I looked at over the weekend that for the shorts you do it in portrait. But this little ring light has got a place where you can put the phone inside the ring light, but then it's actually not getting very warm. Maybe I should put it in there. I just thought that with my phone heating up, being so close to the light, the light might warm the phone up, and then it's going to cut out sooner. Let me just see what happens if I put the phone in the ring light. Okay, phone in the ring light didn't work because it takes the light away. If you landscape it, it goes over the light. So this was a bad buy. I just wasted some money on this one. I should have chosen another one. Oh, I'm wasting a lot of money on this that I don't have on this trip, this video trip, this channel trip that I'm on. Oh, just nuts. In any case, this is going to be a rambling on video. I'm not going to be able to title it once again. Maybe I will call it the Random Ramblings because, as you know, my channel has become a channel of random ramblings. I'm not going to discuss anything important today. I'm just going to give a few updates on a few things, a few matters. I don't even know if this light is doing anything, you know. It's supposed to come from the front. Let me try and see. I think how this is supposed to work, I think it's supposed to be right in front of your face when you sit at a table in front of the computer. I don't know, I just think this was a pathetic buy. I really think I just wasted my money because I think it's supposed to come from the front. You can't sit completely on top of the thing. I mean, that's horrible. Okay, this was terrible. This was just a terrible buy. This is now if you know nothing about nothing. Oh, jeepers Creepers. Where is this all going to end, people? Where is it all going to end? And I'm not getting anywhere. This is now 57-year-old in the making, right in front of your eyes. This is what it feels like, young people, for old people in the world of technology. It's like a fish out of water. It is a very, very unpleasant, a traumatic experience, overwhelming experience. It really is. And I do not have a youngster, a child that can help me. The folks that got children, they can ask their children to assist, and it will be fixed and everything will be up and running and working in no time. Like Lady Colin Campbell. I don't have that privilege. It's me, I, and me alone. In any case, I am trying my best. Um, First of all, I want to start with the the two of my subscribers, and this, I don't know if it is a young lady or a young man, but this comment really, really touched my heart deeply, so much so that I'm going to read it out today. Um, I made a video for you people, um, where I revisited my opinion on age gap relationships. And sorry if I do this, you all know what this is about. Um, because I came across this channel, or this program. It's not a channel, it's a program, but it deals with a series on the same topic, and that is age gap relationships that actually work, that's successful. But it is huge age gaps. This woman was 78 years old, and I think he was 35 or 38. Really, really huge age gaps. But these people have been together for some time. So, successful huge age gap relationships. One couple has been married for 6 years already, with huge age gaps. And I thought I would make a video on that and link it with my previous opinion, because this video actually changed my mind about relationships with an older woman with a much younger guy. And it feels like something is walking on my head, yeah. And the difference between my two videos would have been that the previous video is where the young men that get themselves involved with these older women that's so much older than they are basically do it with selfish reasons. They want to leave their country, a struggling country, and they want to move to a more affluent country. And then normally when they get to this more affluent country, things doesn't work out. So things start to fall apart. The relationships just don't work out because the young men were not really in love with the older, much older woman. Plus, they did not think things through of the different place where people find themselves at different ages in their life. But this video actually addressed the same issues, but it was people that really fell in love. Young guys with old women. And my video got a copyright claim. I used too much material. I started to get it right to bring some video material after lots of frustrating moments and efforts. I managed to bring the video material and photos over from the original program into my video that I'm busy making. Maybe I went a little bit overboard because some of these channels actually use the complete video clip in these reaction movies, not just some, the complete clip. But then I then went on to YouTube to do some research again on how do a reaction video, how you do a video on a video, where you can see me, and then I will now give a running commentary on what's going on in another person's video. They said the way that you're going to get away with that is if you put your face, the video, on top of the other video, so that you are here in the corner and the other video is running, and then you are then giving your commentary, because then it's a reaction video. Then I can't say that you are not reacting to that specific video and that you are using too much of the material. So that was a little bit of a blow to me. I took it very, very personal. I put so much effort into it. It actually came out very, very nice. And I just went and I deleted the whole video. So you will not see those age gaps and how it went. I put little clips in of, and it was short clips. It was like 30-second clips of each couple. It was 6 couples and what they said their sex life was like. The one guy, for instance, said sex is a ridiculous thing in any case. You must have a sense of humor about it. It was actually, I just went to so much effort and I got this copyright claim, and I thought I'm not going to risk what I'm trying to achieve here. So I just took it down. And then I got a little bit of a fright. I thought, no, I must stay away a little bit from YouTube. But here I am. I'm back in full force. That's why there were 2 animal videos going up. And I want to read this comment of this, like I said, I'm going to call it I don't know, youngster. Because this comment was very encouraging to me, and I suppose this comment actually made me come back again, because I am old. I say again, I should have kept going 6 years ago when I put that first video up of Bella playing with the guinea fowl. That guinea fowl's name was Guinea, on the grass here in the front. 6 years ago, I felt myself incompetent and that I would not be able to do that. And who would be interested, to listen to an old person? And I should have. I appreciate every single subscriber that comes my way. And I must say, I look upon other people's videos, other creators, with a complete different mindset. I don't know why I was so scared to press the subscribe button, because it's free. You don't ever have to go back to that person to go and look at the videos if you don't want to. But in the initial stages, they are really so desperate for those subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers. And it costs nothing to press the subscribing button. So I actually I've got a complete different mindset now if I look at the other creators. Then it's the same with food. When I used to go out with my parents a lot, and also my mother, to restaurants, and I know it's not a nice experience when you find a hair in your food. It's not a nice experience. My tube, that same tube that gives a person trouble when you fly. No, that's what, and it's definitely the statin. I can't get it open up. I've got this hollow feeling in my head at the moment. I was going to give a I'm going to give a update on the statins, and now I'm going with the medicine. But I don't want to jump around too much. It's already a random video. And I know what it's like if you find a hair in your food or something else. Some people, I found a little snail in my salad one day, and I thought, how it was a tiny little snail. How easy is that to happen? Because when it's a busy restaurant, it goes fast in those kitchens because they must get the food out. And I just thought to myself, this actually means that the salad is very fresh. But then we will cause this huge scene until I started to work with my own food for people. And I have a house full of animals, as you know. And my dogs and my cats sleep with me in the bed. And I pick them up and I play with them. So my most of my clothes are full of hair. I normally in summer it's easier than in winter, but I normally make sure that I put a clean top on before I go and work in the kitchen with other people's food. My own food I'm less concerned, but other people's food. And but the accidental hair, especially in summer when I put the fan on, because it gets very hot here in South Africa, and it gets very hot in my kitchen when everything is on. The stove is on, and I'm working on the plates. It gets very hot. And if I put the fan on, it actually blows the hair around. With whatever hair is you. If you have animals in your house, you can never ever make your house and your clothes completely hairless. You can't. And that accidental hair might get into somebody's food. And I know how easy it is for that to happen. So my attitude when I find a hair in my food lately has, I must say, my opinion about it has changed completely. So I'm going to read this. I don't know how to pronounce the pseudonym, or whether it is actually the person's real name, but it's Kilog, Killog. And this person is from Germany. And the way that the comment was written was like a little letter. That was also, it was just heartwarming. It was all round heartwarming. And it just also shows you what difference a little pleasant, encouraging comment can mean for the person that reads it. In comparison, for instance, with the other video I made about that woman that misinterpreted my comment completely, and how unnecessary it was to actually come up with that attitude. Oh, geez, this I don't know if this light business is working well. I think a person must be right in it like this. I can't believe I wasted my money like this. Oh, this can actually swivel around. But I can't believe that I've wasted my money like this, but I have. I think now I'm causing shadows. There, maybe that's a bit better. I'm playing around with the light all the time. Oh, my soul. Okay, here we go. It's a 17-year-old from Germany, and it said, "Hello, dear Sunette. Hopefully you can understand my text because I am still learning English at school. Well, it is really crazy. Next week we have an exam in English. We are going to write an outline and a comment on an article about Tiger Woman." Okay, so I think you all know why my channel was maybe fed to Kellogg. And I was seeking for tutorial videos on YouTube when I saw your video. Think before you write a comment. I really thought it is maybe helpful for my examination, but unfortunately, after the video, I realized that it is not tutorial video. But I liked to hear you. That was that was amazing for me. But I liked to hear you. I thought maybe I should go back to teaching. It was just such a nice compliment. And saw your channel and I found this video Toxic Parents and Teachers. I am sure that this video is helpful for my exam. Many thanks. And then as a PS, also the content was interesting because I am right now thinking too why I write an outline or a comment. It is really pointless for English learning. I mean, why I must do something at school that is dumb for me. However, I wish you success. So I just want to thank Kellogg for this wonderful, encouraging, heartwarming comment. And this young person will never know how much this actually meant to me. At least one person that wasn't shy to leave a comment in the comment section. Very, 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 very much appreciative. Why I don't want to do tutorial videos. Tutorial videos might be an easy way for me to go because I've got the teaching background. I suppose that will come naturally to me. Is this light already fading? This light is already losing its brightness because it must be plugged into the computer all the time. Okay, I have moved to the spare room so that I can sit in front of the window. What a waste of a lot of money, because it seems like that it charges through the computer, so it must be plugged into the computer for the whole time that you talk. And I use my phone. Maybe I should start using my laptop, but I have been using my phone. It's just easier for me when I have a bad day and I am in bed to use the phone. And also a lot of the apps that you can use on your phone you can't download onto a computer. So I wonder if I mustn't just go and exchange it. I hate exchanging things. Anybody else have a problem with exchanging things, that will rather have something like that and not go and exchange it? I hate exchanging things. Okay. And then for one of my other subscribers, Kivapa, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you for subscribing. And I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. Euphorbia. I think you have a passion for euphorbias, and I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that I've got one of those plants in my garden. I took a photograph of it for you to show you. I'm going to place the photograph here on the side, or maybe I will do a full screen photograph of that, and then you can tell me if I have if that is a euphorbia. And yeah, thank you for your subscription. I do appreciate that so much as well. Then somewhere random with the jewelry that I'm wearing. Remember I said that they broke into my house, I think 3 or 4 times. Not this twice in a previous house I stayed in, and twice in this house, and they stole my jewelry. And then I decided that I wasn't going to buy anything of value anymore. But this piece, and why am I now showing people a piece of jewelry? I mean, you would think, what's wrong with me? I'm going to get closer. You can see. That's elephant hair. And I shouldn't actually say it for the vegan community, because they will crucify me for that. But this was bought a long time before I became vegan. And I don't suppose they have to kill the animal to the elephant to get the elephant hair. Maybe they just pull it out of the tail or somewhere. I don't know. Actually, come to think of it, where that's the only place that elephants have hair. Maybe in the ear. I won't know because I've never been close enough to an elephant to know to look into those huge ears. It's like Bella's ears, just a bigger version of it. I don't know where I don't think elephants have got a lot of bodily hair, but in any case, that's elephant hair. And that must have taken my fascination. And then the one thing that I realized today, which I actually don't have, I don't have a nice gold bracelet to put on. Remember, I told you the story about my grandmother, and then my mother gave hers to me, and then after a break-in, I had one made for myself, and then they broke in, they stole that one as well. I never had another bracelet made for myself. And yeah, and today I actually missed it. For the first time in a long, long time, I actually miss having a nice, valuable, or of value, or quality a gold bracelet, which I don't have in my cupboard. Okay, now to my medications. After I've heard that my cholesterol has skyrocketed completely and totally out of control again, it did give me a little bit of a scare, and I realized that I don't really have much an option. I'm going to have to go on to a statin again. And the doctor prescribed a statin for me. I must still go back for the blood tests and whatever, because the medical aid has now thrown the statins off as a chronic medication, because for 6 months I struggled with my stomach, so I could not really drink any medication because everything just irritated my stomach and my intestinal linings, and of which I'm drinking 2 of the medications that actually was a cause of that. And I'm now back on both of them, but I do not have an option. The heart palpitations really started to bother me. I was fine for a long time, being off the medication. Pardon me. I was fine for a long time being off the medication. I did not really experience any heart palpitations or worrisome heart palpitation. Sorry, McDavid has just arrived. And I realized that I must go back onto the statin. I cannot be without the statin. And I've had a few rough days because my body doesn't do well with medication. I get side effects, and I always get the rarest side effect that is listed on the pamphlet of side effects. And when the side effects come, it's not only one side effect. I will get like 7 of the side effects for that one medication. I remember when I just had the heart attack, clopidogrel. Is that now pronounced correctly? Clopidogrel. Something like that. Which is the heart medication they give you. It's an antiplatelet heart medication, so that your blood doesn't clog in the stent and then cause what they call a stent heart attack. That is standard medication. You must be on it for a year after you've had a stent. And it was about 2 or 3 months, and I started having hallucinations. And it would wake me up in the middle of the night, and I would see these. I can remember the one hallucination was like huge, big earthworms, and they were falling off the wall by the door, that door that everybody knows now in my bedroom, the top part of the door. They were falling off there, and then starting coming towards the bed. And I phoned my mom. I said to her, I'm having bad experiences. I'm starting to see all sorts of things. And she said to me, well, why don't you go to all your medications and just go and have a look on it? And on that specific medication, hallucinations was a listed side effect, but a very rare one. Now, you must remember when they do the trials for the medication, they normally have a group of people that's on a placebo and a group of people that's on the actual medication. That's when the test runs are being done. And then when the medicine get approved, it goes into the public. So it's a very small population sample that's actually using the medicine as in the test run. So of that small group, hallucinations were one of the side effects. Also, people can uh, 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 inform certain institutions, drug institutions, or maybe the drug company, that they are experiencing a specific side effect on a specific medication, and then they will list it. So as the medication actually goes into the world, let's say the world, and a broader spectrum of patients are starting to use a specific medication, and there is like a rare side effect, more and more people might start to experience that side effect because your spectrum of people using the medication is so much higher. And when I went onto the internet to search, they will say you mustn't use Dr. Google, but I did. There was articles that said that it has become actually not such a rare side effect for that specific medication. It's actually a side effect that some people experience being on that medication. When I phoned the heart specialist at that point in time, he said to me, he has never heard of it. I'm talking nonsense. It must be my imagination. I said to him, well, it's now all good and well if you now say that is the situation, but that's what I experience. Can you please tell me if there is another medication tablet in that range that do the same thing that I can take? And apparently there was only two pills on the market, which was that one and another one, which he said to me, but it's very expensive. We don't get it. It's not available in Port Elizabeth. It will have to be flown in from Cape Town, and it's only for the rich people. I'm now not rich, I'm poor, but then, I can't take the other medication. I still got quite a few months to go before I can actually stop taking the medication. Can you please then just prescribe the other one? I will make a plan, which was Efficient. And because I became sensitive for the Disprin, the blood thinning medication, the Ecotrin, we did try to go onto the heart Disprin, the Bayer's heart Disprin, but after 2 months, I must just show you this. Pardon now for the dogs barking in the background, because I might just miss this opportunity. I can't wait for them to be quiet. Just look at that. Just look at that. Isn't that just a sight to behold? It's a very gloomy day here today. Oh, now please tell me that this is now not just heartwarming. Please, can somebody tell me that this is not absolutely adorable? Makes your heart melt. And they're cute now. They go and ask there by the back door if they want to go into the area where the swimming pool is. Just look at it. Oh, it is the sweetest thing out. Sorry, I just had to show you my ducks in the middle of the medicine spiel. So then I went on to Effient, and Effient really worked well. I couldn't drink the blood thinner medication. I drank it for a few months, and then I started to get side effects on it, so I had to stop. And the Effient model chases McDavid around. He's very aggressive. I'm going to video this quickly. He's going to come walking past. Okay, here we go. I had now to take a call from the alarm company. I will tell you the story about the alarm company just now as well. Then, if you go out, so now you are looking after what you eat. You know, you're not on a strict diet or whatever, but so you must now you must keep an eye out on what you eat. You can't pick out on chocolate cake or carrot cake or apple crumble tartlets every day. So when you do treat yourself, it's on a special occasion. If you go out with your friends and you don't want to sit there while they're all eating a nice dessert, now you must say, oh no, I'm looking after my figure. I'm not going to have any. And then you decide, okay, you are going to join them for death of chocolate. I think there is a chocolate cake called that, or Black Forest cake, or whatever. And you're looking forward to it. Now your piece of cake arrives and it's old and stale. That has happened to me. And you know what? Then a person should not be embarrassed to send it back. Why must you now force a piece of cake down your throat, which is going to give you the calories? It's not enjoyable. It's dry. It's old. It's stale. Why? Why must you pay that much for a piece of cake which gives you no satisfaction, no joy, no pleasure, nothing? And you know, the restaurants actually bank on it, that some customers are going to be too well mannered or too embarrassed to send it back. Then just an update on the wild guineas. I haven't posted a video for 2 or 3 days on them now. I wasn't sure if the people really wanted to see it. I had good views for the first two, and the third one took a little bit of time to take off. But she's been hiding them, which is a good thing. Yesterday I went out. She didn't really show them to me, but I wore a bright blue. It's an old jersey. It was a bright blue jersey, and I don't know if the color was too bright that actually scared them off, because she didn't bring them out to show me. I only saw 2 in a distance. So I hope that all 7 are still there, which is a good thing if they are that protective over them. Once they can actually fly a lot sooner than what people actually expect those little kids to fly. They're still very tiny, and then they can fly. And as soon as they can fly, she takes them up in the trees to sleep in the trees at night. But they are still a little bit tiny. And at that stage, she will bring them over the wall into the garden, into the yard, which is very nice for me. The only thing is, then I count. I start counting. I will count them over and over again. Seven is not such a problem to count. But the last year, it's actually, our flock is about 80. And we've got now this little flock of 20 down here, of which 3, and some of them desperately want to join the 3 with spickles in the yard. But that 3, they want to be 3. They don't want to allow anybody else to enjoy the abundance of food and the peaceful and the restfulness that they experience here. Then the top flock will also come down when their little ones are big enough. Last year it was about 12 that made it, and I kept on counting every day when I saw them, which is difficult because then they move around. But I counted, and even that big, some of them actually didn't make it. But that was a very successful brood. So that's the update on the wild guineas. and Doodlebug is now really crowing and showing off here. I'm feeling very sorry for Hani because Sylvia got hurt. If you watched the last video yesterday, yeah, I'm a little bit worried, and I'm trying to keep Sylvia very quiet in that little black cage now, so that she doesn't move around. That it can just it is such a big gaping wound to get those two pieces together that it can actually join and grow, and infection not getting in there in the time. I am a bit worried. She already took stress with a broken leg, which gave her a little bit of a respiratory setback. You will hear that she's got like a funny uh, cough going on all the time, and yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that, or concerned about it. And now Hani is actually taking it hard. He seems to be now a little bit on the depressed side. So I try to go out and to pick him up and to just give him a little bit of love and attention. Um, yeah, it's not going well with the two, with Hani and my only big chicken that I have left. And now Doodlebug can't leave Hani alone. Otherwise, Hani could walk with him. But if Doodlebug sees Hani, he goes and he fights with Hani. And uh, Hani is a Orpington breed, and they say that they are like the Labrador breed of the poultry, the chicken family. And you can see he runs away. He doesn't want to fight, but Doodlebug will go for him and go for him and go for him. And I suppose if Hani really wants to, he can hurt Doodlebug. Sorry, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this little silky rooster. The way that he's crowing is just, he's really putting the crowing out there. Yeah, and then on the YouTube channels, um, the Meghan Markle channels are just popping up everywhere. I really, really have proven myself that if the people want to start a YouTube channel, then Meghan Markle and Harry is the way to go. That is just it. And uh, they are still popping up. Two new channels actually came about. This channel is the Free Thinker Cast. She's got 269 subscriptions, and in 20 hours she had 1,001 views. But she starts to mumble, and at such a fast rate that you can't really hear what she's saying. So I didn't really enjoy that channel very much. And then back to River. People, I must tell you this. I'm going to end off with this because I want to go and exchange that light now. So I've got the light on my mind. I do not know why YouTube feeds me River, this guy's channel. There's very few people in my life that I can say that really, whose personalities really just irked me, rubbed me up the wrong way. That I've just got an instant, like a scratchy feeling when I'm in the company of that specific person. Very, very few, but it happened a few times. And this guy actually, I liked him in the beginning when he started as a humble YouTube creator and just started to share his thoughts on Meghan Markle and Harry in the beginning, when they just got married, and Meghan and Harry started with all their antics. But as his channel grew, his whole persona started to change. He became theatrical, a real flippin' drama queen. The way that he spoke, and how he laughed, and how he dressed, and oh, no, my goodness, it became such an irritation for me to listen to him that I really, sometimes I think I will go onto his channel, but I just can't stand him. He's got the same effect on me as I think Meghan Markle has on him, or Harry has on him, or what the other channels that deal with Meghan Markle and Harry feels that they have on them. But I got the idea that somehow he must have looked at that video of mine on Meghan Markle and where I said those things about him, because yesterday and maybe it's just all in my mind, because yesterday he came up on my feed again. I actually thought I was going to do a reaction channel on him, but the thing is, I actually thought maybe I must do like a monthly rating of the channels that deal with Meghan Markle and Harry. But then on the other hand, who am I? Who am I to think that I can go and rate other people's channels, and put them in, this is the best one this week and the second one that's a bit fresh. That's a bit fresh of me, and I suppose I wouldn't like it if people rank my channel. And I suppose that my turn for the ugly and the rude comments are coming, because that's just something that happens. I do watch another channel on a 30-year-old girlie that's got terrible, terrible, terrible cancer. So much so that they are going to have to move the anus, the rectum, part of the colon, a hysterectomy, all the female parts. Maybe they're going to have to remove the bladder. And she is beautiful. She is so beautiful, and she really tries so hard to be so strong. And it makes me sad just thinking of it. And then people still have rude comments to leave on her channel with everything that she's going through. And you can block people like that. So my point is, if I now go and try and rank the Meghan Markle, I won't do it with other people, but this Meghan Markle and Harry thing just has become what do I say, a little thing for me, because Meghan Markle and Harry is not going to change. I know that they are giving an abundance and a never-ending supply of material for people to make videos of. I know that. And who wouldn't take advantage of the situation? But no matter what these people say, you don't really know what goes on in their life. And it's all surmising. And nothing that you do is going to change them. No matter what we say, the titles aren't going to be taken away from them. And we can now batter them and bash them whichever way we want to. It's not going to change a thing, because they are, even in the negativity, they are very successful in what they're doing. But now this guy, and I swear, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought that he saw that video I made. Because first of all, he started with the fact that because she used the bitch word. Meghan Markle's latest podcast that everybody is rambling on is about the fact that a difficult woman, that bitch is just a different word for a difficult woman, which is not actually quite right. I think there's a huge difference between a bitch and just being a difficult woman. But in any case, that was the angle that Meghan Markle went for on her latest podcast, which is now every single Meghan Markle channel is now dealing with that podcast. And of course the bitch word, it's like the F word, the bitch word. And so this was now River's turn, and he started now with a bitch word, and what a wonderful word the bitch word is, and whatever, and that he's a bitch.
Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Today we will be focusing on a review of Meghan's latest podcast, To Be or Not To Be, where she focuses on The B word. The B word, whisper it. We learn in this podcast that Megan doesn't say the word. You know, that word beginning with B and rhyming with witch? No, she's too demure. I just can't bring myself to use it. What, bitch? One of the most fabulous words in the English dictionary.
Then he went on to say, after that spiel, that his channel is now not for people that's sensitive, and every now and again they pop up in his comment section, and what do you do on his channel? Just F off. That's what he said. Just F off. You've got no business on my channel if you're oversensitive.
And just in case you haven't picked up on it, that is the style that I will be adopting for this broadcast. So if you can't handle a bit of theatre, I suggest you fuck off. Oh yeah, and there'll be some fruity language as well, so trigger warning. Not. I can get a life. This, by the way, this is a channel for grown-ups. Can I just make this clear? This is a channel for grown-ups. Not for namby-pamby sensitive souls. You know, some of them pop up occasionally. I think, what are you doing here? And why do you think that I care?
And I think after the last exchange between me and him, which was the last time I went onto his channel, he has made it a point of calling his subscribers fruits.
Welcome to the broadcast, my fruits. Happy Sunday to all of you. I hope you don't mind me coming to you a little bit more casual than usual.
So I decided that, and I'm now, this is now going to be me being a little bit ugly, because I can't stand the guy. He's just one of those people that just rubs me up the flipping wrong way. I'm going to dub him Dragon Fruit Queen. Dragon Fruit Queen, because he is in drag. He's got this thing calling his subs fruits and fruitcakes all the time, which to me is still an insult. I don't care. I don't know if it's a thing with drag people, that they look at themselves as Fruity Loops. If there's anybody in drag, maybe that can correct me or inform me if that is a thing in the drag queen community, that they think of themselves as a little bit batty and loopy and fruity, and that, or do they think themselves so superior that they call their subordinates fruits or fruitcakes, or do they see other normal people as fruity loopies? I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that Dragon Fruit Queen, and they're always queens, drag queens. So I think the Dragon Fruit Queen is a good name if I refer to River. And I still maintain that he has schooled his whole channel on Lady Colin Campbell, or chatting with Lady C, copying her. Also in the way that he dresses. He bought himself a wing-back chair, and now he sits in this chair as if he is the Queen of Britain. And the way that he dresses, and his latest thing is previously he still appeared in his normal hair. Latest thing is he's bought himself a blonde wig, so he's got this blonde wig that he's wearing. Tea. And I do crave my coffee, people. I crave my coffee, but that's now tea. Okay, so the first thing that I thought was when he carried on about sensitive people, that I think that our sorry, I've got something in my mind. That I think that our comment exchange did not have such a no effect on him as he claimed it to be, because it's, like I said, he's made a point of now calling everybody fruits. So it was the fruits that is carrying on with the fact that he referred to sensitive people in the comment section, and what are you doing there, you must F off. The other thing that he referred to was that he's not going to do, got here, I'm sitting here on a mohair blanket. The other thing that he said is that he wasn't going to do any fancy video editing on his video. It's just his thoughts, and he's just exchanging his thoughts, and that's what it is. That almost sounded also as if that came from my channel.
I forgot to mention, by the way, this show is just my unedited thoughts. I'm not going to go into any fancy editing or anything like that. It's just my unedited notes. I've just watched the podcast and scribbled down notes. So take it or leave it. It is what it is. Suck it up.
I didn't see his fan.
Let's welcome Lumiere to the show, shall we?
The giveaway was when he referred to his laugh as cackling, because that's a very not so often used term for laughing in a real bad way, a unfeminine way or a witchy like way. Then you cackle, and he used the word cackle in reference to his laugh, and I didn't see his fan coming up. When he does that, then he will flip his fan, and then he will make those terrible cackling sounds behind his fan. Now, this is the real deal, River. This is a proper Chinese fan. My middle sister, were going to stay in China for 3 years, and she always inundate me with lovely presents, and this was one of the presents that was in my Chinese basket. So this is a real fan, a real fan. I'm being nasty, but I can't stand that guy, I'm telling you. I wish YouTube will just stop feeding me. He just irks. He rubs me up the wrong way. So I wonder if Dragon Fruit Queen actually looked at that video, because the coincidences of everything that he was said in that video was just a little bit, it was just a little bit too coincidental for me. Maybe I am on my own little planet to think so, but and I say again, he's very popular. He's got a huge following. I don't know if it's a lot of his drag people that's part of the following, but he does have a huge following. So I think I've now updated and said all the little things that I wanted to say today. I did take a video of me taking the dogs for a walk, which was horrendous, but I am going to vlog it. It was a 30-minute walk. I think people will understand why I don't go running with him anymore. And also maybe at the age of 57, I shouldn't go walking with him as well. Sometimes I will let David, he vlogged it now for me. But if I don't walk with, if he doesn't walk vlogging me with the phone, then I will give Bella to him. And Bella and Stoffel, and then I will walk with Prada. And yeah, that didn't go too well. Two-thirds into the walk, she will settle down and it will become a proper walk. But for that 2/3, it is just, it's really not enjoyable. But I am going to post it, and and I'm then going to finish off this video, and I'm going to say, as always, you must look after yourself and you must keep well. And I hope that you last till the end, and I hope to see you again in another video. And people, you must start talking in the comments. It's like I've got ghost people watching me. I must be the only channel with ghost viewers. Nobody says a thing. So yes, and keep well. I will see you again. Bye bye.